So I've been ad buying for the better half of 7 years. I've worked with hundreds of e-commerce brands, generating hundreds of millions for them. You guys have been loving my content on Instagram about ad buying. So many people have had questions, so I'm taking the time to film this video and give you the rundown on exactly what's working for meta advertising right now. So if you're a brand that already has organic traction, like this person here, you are in the best position to start running meta ads. It means that you've got a content formula that's working. Your website is converting, people are enjoying the product, and there's clearly a need for it in the market. Look at ad spend and meta advertising like fuel on the fire. If you're just throwing up a website and relying solely on meta, it can be a bit of an uphill battle. But if you've built a brand, if you've got a customer base, if you've got organic channels working, you're just adding fuel to the fire, like I said, and often it's just like running your business on steroids. So I would be pouring every single dollar that you've got from those 10K in sales that you've got now into meta advertising, and then scaling up as quickly as you can and gaining as much market share as you can over your competition. So people are asking how much they should be spending on their ads, when they should scale them, when should they kill them. I'm going to give you a simple framework for this. When it comes to testing, I'm always using ABO, which is setting the budget on the ad set level. And then I'm simply putting anywhere between 2 to 4 ads in each ad set. And the reason I do this is because I like to force spend on my creatives. Sometimes if you dump a whole lot of creatives in one campaign, Meta might not even spend on some of them. So you might have a creative that spent $1 only. And in my opinion, that's not a fair test. So I'm pushing spend on ads, and my golden rule of thumb is spend at least 3 times your average order value on an ad set before making a decision. A few of you have also been asking about how to actually structure an ad account, so I'm going to give you a simple bulletproof strategy for brands that are scaling in multiple countries. So on the campaign level, I'm going to launch 1 campaign per country. Then inside those campaigns, I'm going to be launching multiple ad sets, and I'm going to use the ABO budget setting so that I'm spending on the ad set level. For each ad set, I'm going to leave the targeting broad always, and I'm going to be placing 2 to 4 ads in each ad set. Then what I'm going to be doing is launching these ad sets every day with new creatives in them. And one of 2 things is going to happen. Either the ad sets are going to spend 3 times my average order value and they're not going to be profitable, and I'm going to simply kill that ad set. Or the ad set's going to work extremely well, I'm going to get ROAS, and then you don't touch it, you leave it. There's 2 ways to scale up an ad set. You either duplicate it, so now you've doubled your budget across 2 ad sets with the same ads, or you start to bump up the budget slowly. Every 3 to 4 days, bumping it up 20, 30%. You gotta go easy with it. Don't go too hard. Ease into the scale. But ultimately, the biggest way you're gonna get scale isn't just by increasing budgets on ad sets. It's gonna be multiple ad sets, multiple ads. Another thing I'll do is I'll just open up all the ads that I've run over the last 60 or 90 days and just take the very, very top performers, let's say 2 or 3 of them, and then just dump them in a CBO or another ad set with a big budget and just let it rip, because you're finding proven winners through this testing methodology. And then when you find these ads that are evergreen and that are really, really strong, you can just clump them together with a big budget. And that's often when you get a lot of scale. So some of you are asking about exclusions with your targeting, and what I'm assuming here is you're talking about splitting out a funnel so that bottom of funnel aren't seeing top of funnel ads. You have more visibility over the data, it's cleaner. But I'm actually against that. I don't have a funnel anymore. There's no top of funnel, no middle of funnel, no bottom of funnel. I'm simply launching ad sets the way I just told you before, and I'm tracking frequency. And that's how I see the funnel. So frequency just means how many times on average does a unique individual see that ad. So if it's 1, they've been served once. If it's 7, they've seen that ad 7 times, and that's getting really, really high. So the question is, how many creatives should you be testing per week? The answer is as many as you can, but really it depends on how much you're spending. So like this person, they've got a fashion brand. I would be launching creatives every 2 to 3 days, and that's how you're going to stack those ad sets on top of each other to start to get scale. But you don't want to be testing too much with a small budget. So remember, you want to be pushing at least 2 times your average order value onto these ads before making a decision. So as a rule of thumb, if you're spending, let's say $500 a day, you could be getting away with testing 25, 30 new ads at any one given time. So let's say you've got 30 ads, 10 of them start fatiguing, you're launching another 10. and then 4 days later, you're doing it again, and it's just like this cycle. And then as you scale up, obviously you go from 500 to 1,000 a day to 2,000 a day. Now you've got 50, 60, 80 ads running in that account. And don't be overwhelmed. You need to look at affiliates. You need to get video editors to do variations. You need to test static ads that are very easy to make. You need to test 6-second ads with different copy. You know, I could literally sit down and make 20 ads in a session if I had a bunch of B-roll and some ideas for copy and trending music. So don't be overwhelmed by the amount you need to do. You just need to find that system where you're constantly stacking, stack. Is it useless to be testing at a low spend? Depends how low that spend is. You will get learnings. It's just going to take a bit of time. Like I said, going back to that rule, I keep going back to it. If you're spending 2 to 3 times your average order value every day, so $150 product, you're spending at least $400 a day, then you're going to get that data and that feedback loop dialed, and it's going to happen a lot quicker for you. You can spend less, just takes longer to figure out what works. So there's a saying, if you sell to everyone, you sell to no one. And that's why it's important to narrow down your marketing angle once the data tells you where you should go with the brand. So I'll give you an example. I had a skincare company and the product was quite general. It actually did a lot, but we found that the angle of acne was the one that resonated the most with the market at that time. So the whole brand was built around being a brand built for acne, even though the product had other benefits. So it was really a matter of rapid firing all these different angles, looking at the data, which one converts the most, double down on that, build a brand around it. Don't be afraid to pivot your brand if the data suggests you should be going one way and in your head you're going the other way. Let the data inform things. This is all about the balance of brand, ROAS, data. You feel me? Other than CPC and CTR, what else is important? You want to set up your columns in such a way that your first column is basically starting with the first touch point. Think frequency and impressions. And then the very last column you're looking at is that final sale. So results, ROAS. And then everything in between is just like a customer journey. Here are my columns. That's how I look at it. My favorite column is ROAS because it means I'm making money. Scaling with a high CPM like this person's trying to do is very hard. You need to make sure that the ad is relevant to the person that's seeing it. That's how you get cheap CPMs. The creative does most of the targeting, so really calling out your ideal customer and really presenting the solution to their problem in a simple and easy way to understand will allow the AI to go off and find the best people. So keep testing those creatives, get that CPM down. A good funnel starts with cheap CPM, so you should prioritize it. If you're an e-commerce owner, you're running ads, it's very exciting to find some winning creatives, but never get complacent. As soon as you found one batch of winners, work equally as hard to find new ones so that by the time they fatigue, which they will, you've got a whole new set to go into. This is just a volume game. You've got to stay ahead of the 8 ball to beat your competition. Guys, never turn off a testing campaign if it's making you money. Enough said, leave that thing running. So we've got all these people here asking about the future of ads, agencies, e-commerce, fulfillment, and I'll tell you, I think that the future of advertising agencies, they're gonna have to pivot. They're going to need to embed AI into their media buying strategy because it is just so good at spotting trends. You need to get founder-led content, employee-led content. It's a content game at the end of the day. And like I said, the biggest opportunity here right now isn't just about ad buying and creatives, it's about global expansion. So using a service like Future China or utilizing our micro fulfillment networks across the world, you can get closer to your customers and you can unearth new markets. An ad account with just Australia, with a bunch of ad sets, is only a fraction as good as an ad account with Australia, Europe, America, UK, South America, Singapore. You know what I'm saying. You want to test new markets, find those little pockets of customers that are profitable and scale them. Global brands with the right content are the ones that are going to win. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you want to hear more about this kind of stuff, subscribe, and of course, leave a comment below about anything that I spoke about today, and I'll give you more clarity and answer all of your questions. My name's Noah. It's been real. Peace.